Good morning, everyone. Per request, we are doing plane spotting from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. It is Thursday, August 24th. It is 9:50 a.m. Eastern, which means it is 6:50 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, which is where Phoenix is, and they don't observe daylight savings, so it is a 3-hour difference right now. The winds are 080 at 10. Let's get started. Alright, so we have the 737-800 American taking off runway 7 left. And we have the Southwest doing an interesting maneuver to get onto the runway. You can see downtown Phoenix off in the distance. And per suggestion, we are using the experimental build of FSLTL. Version G of the experimental came out this morning, so we're going to be using that. Hopefully it'll avoid or at least reduce the number of go-arounds. Tried it a little bit the other day. It seemed to work pretty well. We have positioned ourselves on the west side of the airport at the same height as the air traffic control tower for optimum spotting. The advantage of doing this virtually, you can put yourself wherever you want. Nice early morning light shining on these birds. Beautiful. Look at that lighting. Early morning in the desert. Before it's 90-12 degrees out here. Let's take an inventory of what we have at the gates. We have, and I'm not from the Southwest, so I'm not familiar with the terminal names, but on the southwest corner of the airport, we have American A321, Frontier Airbus A320neo with a cute little sea otter on it. Southwest 737-800, another American A321. This is an A321neo because it has the winglets on it. 2 United 737-900s, and it's Southwest 737-800. Let's see. I hear something taking off. We got that American 737-800 on 25 left.
Cleared for takeoff. 119.75 for Southwest 5239er.
American A321 coming in runway 25 right.
Phoenix Tower Southwest 516 12 miles west inbound ILS runway 8 approach. Southwest 516 Phoenix Tower. Altimeter 29.88.070 at 10. Cleared ILS runway 8 approach.
Not an engineer, but I don't believe that's how the reversers work on that airplane. No, when the A321 came out, 20, 25 years ago, it looked kind of funky, but you just see them everywhere these days that I'm just so used to them that they're actually, the proportions of them are not bad. And especially with the winglets, they almost start to look like, I hate to say it, they start to look like a 757. It's the closest thing we have these days. We have a Southwest 737-800 following a King Air 350 out to runway 8. Oh, sorry, I've been saying the runway numbers wrong this whole time. My apologies. I've never been to Phoenix, never been to this airport. I know several people from Phoenix who love it despite the insane heat. I do know that if you go on airliners.net, you'll find lots of pictures of airliners crossing. There's a taxiway on the other side of that garage that goes over a bridge. It's you get really nice views.
Clear to land runway.
We
8,
have a
Southwest
lone
516
Piper Archer down there. Fun fact, it's actually me. That's how I'm getting the radio. I really like the Frontier paint scheme. I think it's a really nice balance of colors, and the animals are really cute. I'm glad, honestly, they didn't merge with JetBlue, because then we would have lost that. And it's just a really unique
Phoenix Tower, Beechcraft,
branding
November
that you don't
49er,
really have
uniform
much
Charlie,
in any
at
other
runway
airline.
8, ready for departure, IFR.
I like the individualism.
Beechcraft, November.
We have a Southwest 737. My guess looks like an 800 on final runway 8.
Hold short runway 8, Beechcraft 9er, uniform Charlie.
One thing I hope Microsoft will fix is having AI traffic land with a nose-up attitude. That's my only complaint. FSLTL has been doing all sorts of hard work improving the function and separation, especially with this new experimental build. Hopefully they can fix the nose-up attitude on landing.
Altimeter 29er, decimal 88, wind 080 at 11. Cleared ILS runway 7 right approach. Cleared ILS runway 7 right approach, envoy 4136.
They're tiny little King Air. Seeing general aviation airplanes at large international airports like this is always just comical to me. Runway is ridiculously wide and ridiculously long for them.
For Southwest 516
And where are you going?
Envoy 4136, wind 080.
Going the long way around. That's definitely
Cleared to land runway 7 right.
some sort of a programming error.
220.
Looks like we're going to have a 2-for-1 here. We have an aircraft on short final for 7 right. We have an aircraft taking off on 7 left. Little ERJ 170. Up and down 7 right. I flew on one of these recently. They're nice. The roll rate's very ooh. Just got eaten up by the Rapture. That's what happens when you go on a regional jet. Just get sucked into the underworld spontaneously on the runway. Now you can see with this experimental build, it's done a really nice job. You can see all the airplanes. We have 2 coming out on runway 7 right, 2 coming out on runway 8, and they are evenly spaced out. Very happy to see that. So we're going to continue doing this. Now you can see these 2 airplanes are pretty close together. So it's probably going to slow up one of them so that the one in the front can pull ahead. Southwest, surprise. Well, if you like blue and orange, today's your day, because we're going to be seeing lots of blue and orange on today's broadcast. Well,
land runway 7 right.
I believe we've discovered that there is a portal to the underworld somewhere right around here on runway 7 right. So if you're landing on 7 right, be warned. That's all I can say, I guess. Alright, we have American Airlines A321 getting ready to take off on runway 8. And we have a Delta Airbus A321 taxiing out to runway probably 7 left. Next airplane to come in looks like another 7 right approach, followed by a runway 8 approach. Looks like an American Eagle CRJ 700. And we'll see if it'll get wrapped up into the clutches of Satan as it's decelerating down the runway. I wonder if this is a glitch within the experimental build. The portal to the underworld glitch. A nice shot of the 2 airplanes there.
Cleared ILS runway 7 right approach, SkyWest Tree 087.
I gotta say, I love me a CRJ 700. It's a very sharp looking airplane. I just love the way it looks. The 900 and the 1000 are too long for their engines. The 200 is just really short and stubby. Alright, you gonna make it? Alright, looks like he'll be able to exit off the runway. We have our Delta airplane taking off. And what just landed on runway 8? Southwest 737-700. And now the portal has shifted. I think it is a glitch. Just to make sure there's no go-arounds. There goes A321 rocketing down runway 8. Definitely an older one, might be a former U.S. Airways plane, but it doesn't have winglets.
Phoenix Tower, American 140,412 miles west, inbound ILS runway 8 approach. ILS runway 8 approach, American 140.
Looks like an American Airbus. Hard to tell. Airbus A320 maybe? We'll see.
128.65 for American 818. Phoenix Tower Southwest 133, 12 miles west inbound ILS runway 8 approach. Southwest 133 Phoenix Tower. Altimeter 29.90 when 080.
Airbus A319. Just touched down, runway 8. Also known as the baby bus.
Runway 8 approach Southwest 133.
Short final, runway 7 right, another CRJ 700, American Eagle. Yeah, the CRJs to me, they're just much more elegant and sharp looking than an ERJ 145 per se. Like, I just like the window shape. They're just the little winglets. It's a very, very classy looking airplane for a regional jet. All right, someone's taking off. Southwest 737-800 taking off runway 7 left. despite all the Southwest planes, I think we are getting a little bit more variety here at Phoenix than we were at Dulles. So whoever suggested Phoenix, thank you. 7 right, looks like an American Airbus A320, could be a 319. These are, most of Americans A320s are quite old. Most of them are from around the year 2000, slightly before. Most of them are former US Airways planes. I miss US Airways. Talk about a sharp-looking airplane. US Airways livery, especially the last 2 ones, the all-black one and then the infamous one that landed in the Hudson. I liked both of those liveries. There's still one of them flying around, but it has an American sticker on it. I don't love it. It definitely looks like a very picturesque area. I'd love to visit the Grand Canyon someday. I'll take a look here, assuming that I can make it out of the airport without my shoes getting glued to the pavement. Alright, next coming in, we have pretty much a simultaneous arrival, 7 right and 8. So let's see. What should we choose? Over here is a Southwest plane. And over here is a Southwest plane. Alright. So let's choose the runway 8 arrival. So far I am liking this experimental build. It's getting the airplanes off the runway, spaking them out on final. It's doing a good job. Again, I don't like the airplanes getting sucked through the ground into Hades. But and I wish that they would land with a nose up pitch attitude. Other than that, it's doing very well. Alright, if you guys are enjoying this coverage from Phoenix International Airport with live FSLTL traffic, please give this video a like. Comment down below what's the favorite airplane you've seen so far, and what airport would you like us to do next. Thank you again for watching, and please subscribe, and we'll keep the coverage going. We're not done yet. Yeah, look at how nicely this is working. We have evenly separated, simultaneous arrivals. Again, the only downside is that we have to choose what airplane we're going to look at. So as they get closer, we'll take a look at what they are, and we'll decide whatever's more interesting. Basically, at this point, whichever one's not a Southwest plane, right? This end is a American Eagle ERJ. On this end is a American Eagle CRJ. I'll take the ERJ because we haven't seen as many of those. ERJ 170. Like I said, I flew on one of these. It was a Delta a couple weeks ago, and they weren't bad. This main complaint is it's kind of old. It's like a 15-year-old one, and the windows are super far apart, so the window seat alignment is not great. But other than that, it was pretty nice.
Phoenix Tower Southwest tree 14512 miles west inbound ILS runway 8 approach. Southwest tree 145 Phoenix Tower 29.90.90 at 11. Cleared ILS runway 8 approach. American 455 follow the Emperor on the runway. Wind 080 at 11. Southwest 510 hold short runway 8. American tree 61.
We'll follow the American. We have not seen an American 737 yet. We're going for variety on this show.
Skywest tree 259er.
When an American 737 is your variety, I don't know what that says, but
Southwest 510.
regardless, that's what we're doing. see what that was. That was an American Airbus A321. So we can get a little bit of both. We can get a little bit of both. Here's a cool shot. You ever wanted to see an 800, 737, 800, and 900 side by side? Here you go. Wow, and this is so realistic. The Southwest plane is taxiing way faster than the United plane. Talk about realism.
Beechcraft November 568 Sierra Whiskey, hold short runway 8. Southwest tree 145, contact ground on 119.75. Beechcraft November 568 Sierra Whiskey, altimeter 29.
Yeah, if you show whoever originally designed the 737 back in the late 60s, and you showed them a 900, they would certainly be scratching their heads, I believe.
ILS runway 8 approach, or hold short runway 8. Traffic is Beechcraft King Air on the runway. Cleared for takeoff runway 8 Beechcraft, November 568 Sierra Whiskey. Hold short runway 8 Southwest 2604.
Any update at the gates? Nope, most of the aircraft at the gates have stayed pretty consistent. Anything else? We have several American airplanes over at the southeast corner of the airport. And more American and Southwest planes at the northeast corner. No heavies. I know that there are some international flights that take place here, but I don't see any yet. Alright, what's coming up next? It's going to be a runway 8 arrival. And we'll see. It should be able to come in, because we have the King Air on the runway. This might be a go-around. We'll have to see. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be safe. That King Air is hustling. We have an American Eagle ERJ 170 following up. Runway 8.
123.7 for M flight 9040.
We'll see if we can get some departures out. Because there's definitely been a bit of a holdup here. Alright, what do we have coming in on 7 right? Some sort of Airbus. And we have a Southwest airplane taking off on 8. And you know what that means. We're focusing on the other plane. Yeah, apologies for all my ignorant
Phoenix
statements
Tower,
of
SkyWest 301.
first getting the runway
612
numbers
miles,
wrong,
west
and then not
inbound
knowing the
ILS
terminal
runway,
names, and
7
now
right
not knowing
approach.
who serves what, but
SkyWest 3016.
trying out new
Phoenix Tower.
airports today.
Altimeter
And again, if you have an airport you'd like to suggest, leave it down below and we will do a video there, assuming that it's not 12 minutes between planes.
Cleared ILS runway, 7 right approach, SkyWest 3016.
Again, I would have the mechanic look at the reversers on that airplane.
Southwest 40,
That is awfully close to the ground.
080 at 11. Clear to land runway 8.
Let's see if we can get the rotation. There you go. Just missed
Clear
it.
to land runway 8 Southwest 4029er. SkyWest 3016. Cleared ILS runway 8 approach American 179er 5. Phoenix Tower Southwest 310, 712 miles west inbound ILS runway 8 approach. Southwest 3107 Phoenix Tower. Altimeter 29er decimal 90 when 080 at 11.
We'll admit, back when Southwest first bought the 737-800, I thought that's going to look weird, such a big version with the Southwest livery on it. Just you're used to Southwest flying the short version, the 300, the 500, the 700. But I think in the end it was definitely a good business decision for them. It's a good looking livery. Alright, it is definitely morning time. No longer have that nice golden lights, turned in more to a diffuse white light, shining over Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport.
Altimeter 29er decimal 90 when 080. Southwest 4029er, contact ground on 129er decimal 625. Cleared to land runway 8 American 179er 5. Cleared ILS runway 8 approach envoy tree 444. Phoenix Tower, SkyWest 305, 412 miles, west inbound ILS runway, 7 right approach. SkyWest 3054, Phoenix Tower. Altimeter 29er decimal 90 when 080 at 11. Cleared ILS runway, 7 right approach. Cleared ILS runway 7 right approach, SkyWest 3054.
We'll take the next 3. We'll call it.
Phoenix Tower Southwest 65012 miles, west inbound ILS runway 8 approach. Southwest 650 Phoenix Tower. Altimeter 29er decimal 90 when 080 at 11. Cleared ILS runway 8 approach. er decimal 75 Southwest 3107. Cleared ILS runway 8 approach Spirit Wings 2042.
There you go. There's a Spirit airplane coming in, finally.
SkyWest Tree 27412 miles west inbound ILS runway 8 approach. SkyWest Tree 274 Phoenix Tower. Altimeter 29er decimal 90 runway.
We have a 7 right arrivals. This Airbus A321, followed by several arrivals on runway 8, and then we're going to call it.
119er decimal 75 SkyWest Tree 054. Phoenix Tower Southwest 189er2 ready for departure runway 8 IFR to Salt Lake. Envoy Tree 444, contact ground on 1 tree 2.55. Southwest 189er2, hold short runway 8. Going Going to 1 tree, 2.55 envoy tree, 444. Hold short runway 8 southwest 18902.
This guy's using up the whole runway. Airbus A321 used up the entire runway.
Next taxiway.
Grand finale is going to be several arrivals on runway 8. And then we are going to call it here from Phoenix.
American 625, contact ground on 1 tree 2.55. For American 625. Spirit wing 2042.
Looks like he's continuing to hold short. Even though he was cleared for takeoff, he's kind of creeping forward inch by inch. Meanwhile, we have our first Spirit Airlines plane coming in. This might also be our first go-around. But just like the shtick in Los Angeles, you get what you pay for with Spirit. We'll see what they make him do. This will probably be a go-around. Because he was cleared for takeoff, they might consider him on the runway. Nose wheels past the hold short line. Oh, they're going to let him land.
American 2888 at runway 8 ready for departure IFR to John Wayne. American 2888, hold short runway 8. Traffic is going on the runway.
Actually, it's an Airbus on the runway.
Phoenix Tower, Skywest Tree, 109er, 12 miles.
Finally, some variety. Instead of all this blue and red, we get to see some yellow.
Skywest Tree, 109er, 8 approach.
Now we have the Southwest airplane
650, follow the Airbus on the runway.
finally getting on the runway after. I see what happened.
Clear to land runway.
They waited until the Spirit airplane landed,
Spirit wings, 2042 exit
and
runway.
then he
with
proceeded.
Cleared ILS runway 8 approach Skywest Tree 109er. Clear to land runway 8 southwest 650. Spirit wing 2042 contact ground on 119.75. Hold short runway 8 American 2888. Going to 119.75 Spirit wing 2042.
We've seen everything there is to see. Oh, we'll see one more arrival. Nope, it's at Southwest. We've seen enough of that. Alright, thank you everyone for watching. If you like this video, please like, comment down below what airport would you like to see us do next. And thank you for joining. And have a good evening, everyone.
7 right approach.